Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the Atakline now for you on this Monday, January the 26th, 2015. Alright, now usually I would begin my Atakline usually on Monday with a gig review. DJ Zack Attack gig review. That's not the case. I was supposed to do a splash bash at the Woman High School prom this past Friday night. And some people think that my DJ show is a one-man show. To me, it's a two-man show. I'm the star of the show. I'm the one who plays the music and entertains the folks. But my dad is my roadie. He's my driver too. I don't have a license, so my dad drives me to the gigs, and he also sets me up for the gigs. And this Splash Bash show that I do, it's at the Woman High School pool. I play sound and also bring a bunch of lights. And my dad sets all that up. And I can't function without my dad. I can't make it to gigs without him. And unfortunately, my dad was sick this past Friday. It was like late afternoon. I was supposed to get to this Splash Fest by like 6:30. Set up for a 7 o'clock start. 7:30 start. And right before the show, a couple hours before 4 o'clock, I was about to get ready, prep up for the show. My dad informed me that he wasn't able to make it. He was sick all day. He was trying to make it. He was trying to make it for me. He's never had to cancel a gig because of illness before. Last year I had to cancel a gig because of my health, but not because of his health. So this is something different. And my dad apologized to me many times because I was kind of disappointed. I don't like canceling gigs for any reason. So I kind of got upset at him about it. I kind of apologized for my inconsistency that I should have taken more into consideration because it was the first time he's ever canceled on me because of health. We're not doing another Splash Fest till March. There's one in February, but they've already taken care of replacing because I wasn't going to be able to make the February one as well because I have a basketball game to do. So now I'm not going to do another Splash Fest till March. So I'm finally going to do my first Splash Fest of the year in March. So there you go. So now, the rest of the entertainment news this weekend, kicking off with the #1 movie in America, being for the second week in a row with not much competition, American Sniper retained the #1 position this weekend, while Mordecai with Johnny Depp continues his downfall. Another bum. Mordecai flopped. Less than $5 million. I have no official word on the official estimate, but I'm hearing less than 5 probably for Mordecai. Well, the boy next door with Jennifer Lopez made a modest debut. But still wasn't enough to beat the American Sniper. So there you go, American Sniper remains #1 movie. Well, Mordecai bombs. Second bomb of the year next to Black Hat. Now, on with one of the kind of interesting music news of the day involving Blink-182. Now, it's kind of ironic that 10 years ago, this month really, Blink-182 went on a hiatus because of problems with the band. But then came back in 2009 for a reunion. Felt like Blink-182 were going to splinter off again. As 10 years later, after the hiatus was announced, there was reports flying that Tom DeLonge had left the band. According to a statement that was supposedly agreed by the band, or certified by the band, saying that they were ready to record a new album, and they were ready to play this festival. They say that we were set to play this festival and record a new album, and Tom kept putting it off with no reason. According to the other two members of Blink releasing that statement, Travis Barker and Mark Hoppus, a week before we were scheduled to go in the studio, we got an email from his manager explaining that he did not want to participate in any Blink-182 projects indefinitely, but would rather work on his other non-musical endeavors. No hard feelings, but the show must go on. So they announced a festival appearance in the midst of this, and have a member of Atakline Trio set to replace Mr. DeLonge, Matt Skiba. But now Delonge coming out saying that he hasn't left the band. He didn't leave the band. He didn't quit Blink-182. He released his own statement. Just as I was about to make the Atakline, the statement came out from Delonge saying that, to the fans, I never quit the band. I was actually on a phone call about a Blink-182 event in New York City, for New York City at the time. All these weird press releases started coming in. Apparently, those releases were sanctioned from the band. Are we dysfunctional? Yes. But Christ! Hashtag awkward. Hashtag babyback whips. So, with Delonge apparently saying he hasn't quit, who knows what this means for him being involved in a new Blink album, and what this means for this new guy, this Matt Skiba, is supposed to replace him in the festival, which is the Miss Nick Tattoo Music Festival. So, who knows the whole story? Because this whole statement that Mark and Travis released, that Tom left, is null and void because Tom said he didn't leave the band. So let's see how they Travis and Mark damage control this. Saying, despite a statement, Tommy Long did not quit Blink-182. As of right now, he's officially still a member of the band. We'll see how this develops. When it comes to him being involved in a new album and doing any dates with them, we shall see how this develops. Now, on with some interesting news on albums. New album release dates are set for two big artists. First things first is Kelly Clarkson. Of course, she hasn't released an album in about 4 years. And I'm talking about a non-Christmas album. Her last album was, of course, Stronger. That came out in 2011. Did pretty well with the top #1 single, What Doesn't Kill You Make You Stronger. She's got a new single coming out called Heartbeat. I think that's the name of the song. I heard it. It's okay. But now she's got the release of a new album. Of course, the recently new mother set to release a new album, Piece by Piece, coming out on March the 3rd. And Heartbeat Song will be the first single, and it is the first single. It's currently on the radio right now. So there you go with that. Now, 1 week before Kelly Clarkson releases her new album, the week before, like I said, on February 24th, Big Sean will release his next album. Now, of course, it's the follow-up to his 2013 album, Hall of Fame. It is being preceded by, of course, the hit single, I Don't Fuck With You. It's all over the radio. Of course, the album is called Dark Sky Paradise. The album is coming out on, like I said, February 24th. So, there you go. No track listed yet, but we shall see what goes down. Of course, like I said, the first single is I Don't Fuck With You, big smash. Single 2 album releases announced today. Kelly Clarkson's album, Piece by Piece, coming out on March the 3rd. And the week before, on February 24th, day after my brother's birthday, Big Sean's album, Big Dark Sky Paradise, comes out as well. Of course, Big Sean's from Detroit. So there you go. Now, speaking of new albums that are not coming out in the immediate future because of legal stuff, is, of course, Lil Wayne and the Carter 5. Now, last month, it came out in the open that Lil Wayne was not too happy being on Cash Money anymore. Saying that Cash Money is withholding the release of the album, which led to the release of his mixtape, Sorry for the Rain 2, which came out last week. And it was ranking up a storm, taking shots at a man he once called a father figure, Birdman. And now the war has just got more intense as reports are flying that Lil Wayne is suing Birdman and Cash Money for $8 million, according to TMZ. Now, Lil Wayne took the co-founder of Cash Money to court this week in an effort to remove himself from under Cash Money control. The withholding of the Carter 5, like I said, seems to be what initiated the whole dispute. The $8 million is allegedly in advance that Lil Wayne was supposed to receive for the album that Birdman insists will be released in due time. Of course, a lot of fans are very disappointed that once again another Carter album's been delayed. And they didn't know any reasons until, like I said, Lil Wayne came out and said he was unhappy with Cash Money. Now, of course, he's the leader of Young Money, his own organization. that's being distributed by Cash Money. So who knows what will happen with the future of Young Money when it comes to who will distribute them, depending on the results of this lawsuit. So we'll see what goes down with Lil Wayne and Birdman. I know a lot of fans got the mixtape coming out, but they want the fucking album. So I hope they can sell it like men. And don't have to get ugly and nasty. But at least while we don't know how Birdman and Lil Wayne will settle in court or out, two men did settle quietly in court over copying or at least interpreting, or at least one song sounded like another. Now, you hear that a lot. That some songs, sometimes unintentionally, sound like other songs. Like Lady Gaga, Born This Way, like a lot of people comparing it to Express Yourself. But Madonna didn't do anything to, sue Gaga, but she did parody Born This Way during her MDNA tour during Express Yourself. The song that in question sounded like Born This Way or the opposite. But Tom Petty decided to kind of get compensation for Sam Smith's song Stay With Me, sounding just a little bit too similar to Won't Back Down from, of course, Full Moon Fever. And they settled today, according to The Sun. Sam Smith had quietly and amicably settled a copyright dispute with Tom Petty over the likeness between Stay With Me, the Grammy-nominated song, and Won't Back Down, co-written by Jeff Lynne. In a statement released to RollingStone.com, Sam Smith's raps have confirmed that Stay With Me is now co-credited to Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne, adding that while there are undeniable similarities between the two singles, it was a complete coincidence. According to that statement, that full statement read, recently, the publishers for the song Won't Back Down, written by Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne, contracted the publishers for Stay With Me, written by Sam Smith, James Napier, and William Phillips, about similarities heard in the melodies of the choruses of the two compositions. Won't you stay with me? Won't back down. Not previously familiar with the song Won't Back Down, the writers of Stay With Me listened to the song and acknowledged the similarity. And once again, reiterating that although the likeness was a complete coincidence, all involved came to immediate and amicable agreement. Like I said, not getting nasty like what Lil Wayne and Birdman's lawsuit could end up being, in which Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne are now credited as co-writers of the song. So that means they'll get compensation and they'll get royalties from it now. So, there you go. Despite getting the songwriting credit, Tom Petty and Lynn would not be eligible for a Grammy. Because, of course, there was a lot of nominations for the Grammys. Saying that since Lynn and Petty did not do any new writing for this work, we will consider their original work to have been interpolated by Napier, Phillips, and Smith for Stay With Me. Lynn would not be considered nominees or considered Grammy recipients. But if the Sean should win, they will be given certificates to honor the participation in the work, just as any writers of sampled or interpolated work. So that's what the Grammys are saying about that. But Tom Petty is also nominated in his own right for Hypnotic Eye for Best Rock Album. So there you go with that. Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne getting compensation for Stay With Me by Sam Smith, sounding a little bit too much like Won't Back Down. At least it was ended quietly. And like I said, amicably agreed. And that's it for the Atakline for today. Thank you very much for watching. With that in mind, y'all been attacked by this news from Zach. Thank you so much. See you later, yeah.